So I managed to drive to my friend's place. It's about, 45 minutes away, roughly, maybe an hour. But yeah, the scary part was trying to navigate the car with a bunch of wind going on. So I literally felt um, like the car was losing control at times. So, granted, it also did rain a tiny bit, but I don't think it was enough to hydroplane. I could be wrong though. Um, I was feeling good today, until um, I'm not saying this to blame. I'm not saying it to blame her. I'm just saying. Then I got a text from my ex about coming to get something that she wants and to bring the last of my stuff. And you know, that just makes me very anxious because at the same time I really want to ask her the question that could help me move on is there absolutely no chance that we could rekindle at some point? Doesn't have to be now, but you know, that's something that I just want to know. I just want to know the possibility exists. That's really all I want to know. Not that it'll happen with certainty, but that if I really work on myself and fix things, then maybe there's a chance. And people keep saying to do it for yourself. Yes, I am well aware. I am still, doing things to keep my mind occupied. I went to another coffee shop today. I walked around the downtown area of the little city that I was in, and overall it was nice. Um, so, I just want to make it clear that I am trying to work on myself. I'm trying not to get as angry about things, but granted, when I'm driving occasionally, I encounter some idiot who, like, starts swerving into lanes or cutting people off, like, at the very last minute. Yes, avocado toast. Granted, the toast is whole grain, it's Ezekiel bread. That's high in fiber, so I like it. It goes great with, avocado spread or peanut butter. So, um, I'm also trying to continue writing scripts for math videos. Um, I think, depending on what happens in mid-August, I'll then buy either a dry erase board, a mountable one, or a large mountable chalkboard. Because also at the same time, it'd be kind of cool to write with chalk, but it would probably be a bit messy. So, but at the same time, I don't have to keep buying markers, and the chalk would actually last a fairly long time. So, but anyway, because I want to make videos talking about what I like. I like math, and I would like to actually make videos to help people in their math courses. I'm writing some skeletal outlines for a few videos. I'm kind of having writer's block about how to continue, because the first video that I made, or the first video I'm going to make, I'm just going to talk about the basic definition of functions. Alright, this is like an algebra primer. So we talk about basics of functions, you talk about the types of functions you would encounter, and how to solve these functions. Like, for example, we're more concerned with zeros of a function because that tells us some interesting properties of what we're trying to model. An example would be a quadratic equation, like the path of a projectile, with no air resistance. That has a parabolic arc, and the zeros of that arc are where the ball or projectile hits the ground. That's your point of interest, where this function hits the value 0. So that's an example of where finding the zeros of a function are useful. The third video talks about examples. I'm debating what the fourth video should be. Because, algebra, in terms of everything else, is actually kind of boring. I'm trying to find a way to make it more interesting by adding application problems, by talking about the applications of it. But I feel like talking about, polynomial division, talking about absolute value inequalities, talking about imaginary numbers, complex numbers, matrices. I think that needs to be incorporated in videos that have examples where this will show up, because you're not going to talk about matrices without saying why it's helpful to even mention them. So, it's one thing to introduce a definition, it is another thing entirely to introduce this definition with an example that you will see, because then it's solidified in your mind, and that's what I'm trying to come up with. So, also my driving is kind of improving, but again, I had some, I would say, close calls today because of how windy it was. By close calls, I mean losing control of the car temporarily, because I could feel the wind pushing my path, like deep. I could literally feel the wind causing my car to deviate from a straight path. So anyway, I think that's it for now. I might make another video tonight. I might just make a video tomorrow. I'm going to try and decompress. If my ex stops by, hopefully we can talk. If not, then, who knows when we'll see each other again. I think that's the hard part, is not knowing when or if we'll see each other again. Because I do want her to be a part of my life, but, I said things that hurt her, and really it was meant for me. Really it was meant for me to say that I just was not ready for her. And maybe at some point I will be, but, I can only hope. So, anyway, that's it for now, and I hope you guys are doing well. And also thank you for 420 subscribers. I didn't expect to actually get to this point in, the time span of a month. But, in 1 month, we gained about 300 plus subscribers, which in itself is, to me, amazing. So I just want to thank you guys, and I do hope to make videos that are better. I really need to look at different setups for making art videos, because it's just not working with the tripod that I have. So I'll need to wait until I get a better paying job that can actually allow me to save up and just splurge on a bunch of amenities that would help me make better videos. So, anyway, that's it for now.